So the drama is still chugging along, and of course, it's surrounding bad girl Cassidy. Sierra was told that Cassidy had a fuck buddy at home by Cassidy. She said, I have this cuck who wants to watch me straddle this corn stalk when I get home. And she goes over to Clayton. Hi, hello, and welcome to another brand spanking new episode of another Bachelor podcast. My name is Dylan. I'm saddled up next to one real Nicholas Davis.
What's going on, everybody?
Bad producer podcast over there behind my glasses.
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty good.
You gonna ask me?
How are you?
Can you not ask it like it's such an obligation?
Well, it kind of is.
It's not even. I think these
It
pleasantries
sounds
are completely
belabored asking me.
I
how
get that we
am.
have to do this whole, shtick about. I've been sitting with you for 2 hours.
So, I am so happy to be here because we've had seasons past that have just been bad.
Are you doing your general thoughts
But
already?
this one isn't. I'm just so happy and excited to get into this episode. Clayton is such a bozo. One of the worst we've ever had, if not the worst. But before we get to general thoughts, do we have any public service announcements?
Yeah, I need to get paid. We were having a little peek behind the curtain here. We were having discussions about what we're going to do for the future to pay ourselves.
Is this where you threaten the audience?
100%.
I promise them.
I need to see any of you who haven't signed up for Patreon. I need at least 3 months out of you paying, if you especially been listening for a couple years.
Yeah.
Because if I don't see the numbers go up, we're talking about putting Bachelor, Bachelorette, Paradise, everything behind a paywall, and then you won't get to hear us anymore. So if you got the means, you got the $5, now's your time to do it. Head over to patreon.com/another podcast network and pony up.
And if you don't have the means, do you have any recommendations for how somebody could get $5
Share
a month?
the show with some other people that do, or go visit a relative. I guess what's around the corner, Valentine's Day. Show up at their house, take their credit card out. They won't know it. It's only like $5 or something.
Yeah.
And then sign up for Patreon on someone else's credit card.
Kind of like a Paul Giamatti situation in Sideways.
Oh yeah. Well, he took cold hard cash.
You can take cold hard cash if you need to, but do steal from your relatives if you don't have $5 a month. Because if you don't have $5 a month to spend on your favorite content creators, you might as well just give up and be a fucking criminal for the rest of your life. Because that's really, really sad.
And don't forget about
I'm kidding. It's not. I'm sorry.
my path of class action lawsuits.
Right.
Literally just Google class action lawsuits. The first 5 results are going to be ongoing ones. I just got an email recently from Tinder, and if you were on Tinder from like 2016 to 2019, and if you're of the ages of like 28 to 33 or something, you're part of a class action lawsuit because they were charging older people more for their paid services.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that hilarious of Tinder?
That's hilarious of Tinder.
And if that's not your cup of tea, you say you're never a member of Tinder. I definitely know all of you have probably had some beer. Call up Budweiser. There's a phone number on every single can, customer service. Press 4 for the complaint line. Tell them you choked on a piece of barley. They'll send you. A Budweiser truck will show up to your house. They'll give you a free case of beer. You take that case of beer down to a homeless encampment or park or something. Yeah. You sell each one of those beers, market rate, $1 a beer. That's $24.
Oh, you sell them to the homeless people who usually just ask for the beer for free or ask for money to buy the beer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
$1, man. Everyone's got $1.
Right.
I just actually heard this one the other day. God, we're right
Holy
here.
shit.
So
we got to get into the show.
You give a homeless man a sign, and you give him maybe $30.
Yeah.
And you're like, hold this sign all day.
Right.
And on that sign, it has your Venmo address.
Right.
Think how genius it is.
Genius.
You pay $30 up front, you'll get fucking $300 all day. I'm sure a lot of people will ask the homeless man, where is this Venmo account? Why do you have a phone? But stupid people will just fucking Venmo that guy.
So, general thoughts. It's the segment where we talk about the show in general terms. Nick.
I still have it's quite the prisoner's dilemma you presented to people, because you're like, if we don't get people paying, then everybody's going to pay. So you're asking like these few brave heroes to volunteer and sign up to pay, so then everybody doesn't have to pay. But why would they do that just to protect the other people? I don't know. It's just an interesting economic dilemma. It's called the prisoner's dilemma.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And you
General
needed to
thought.
bring that
I
up so
didn't.
you could mention the prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah,
Got
I watched
it.
a YouTube video on it recently.
So, general thoughts, Pat.
Okay. Dylan, I'm going to mirror your sentiment. I think you were hinting at that you're enjoying the season.
Getting ahead of myself is what I was actually doing.
Well, now we're there, okay? So
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is, but I didn't enjoy Matt James' season. I didn't enjoy Katie's season.
Right.
I didn't enjoy Michelle's season.
Right.
Yet we're 2 episodes into this, and somehow I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to say that this would be a show if I didn't get paid to do it, that I would be just fully have my full attention. I'd still be staring at my
Who
phone.
would?
If
What
I
kind of crazy person watches this show earnestly, you know?
Exactly. But I have to say, it's refreshing. I enjoyed it. The wife and I had, that's one of our bonding things together, is we make fun of the contestants, and when one of the girls says something crazy or wacky, we have fun.
Yeah.
That's where I am with this right now.
It's pathetic again.
That Shanae and Cassidy relationship,
Right,
and them
right,
being
right.
doppelgangers, and them I haven't seen 2 lookalikes be the villains.
Yeah.
It's a new thing.
Well, we'll get into our...
Have you ever seen The Shining?
The Shining?
Those twins.
Oh.
Also, you know...
In the hallway, those 2 twins? Nothing?
I think it's overrated.
Wait, hang on a second. You don't know what he's referring to?
No.
How can you know?
Have
think
you
it's
seen-
overrated?
Are
It's a
those the girls
cultural-
on the little bicycles or something like that?
There's a kid
It's
on
when
the bike.
he finds them in the... Are you crazy?
That film is overrated. Let's get to... I'm sorry.
Of course it's overrated, but you don't know the girls?
It's only overrated by today's standards. I mean, when you watch that, you're in suspense. You're scared.
No,
like,
you're
What's
not.
going to happen?
You're thinking, oh my God, what a pretentious piece of shit Stanley Kubrick is. That's what I was thinking. Anyways,
the
how many
first time
po-
you saw that, you thought
it's
that?
probably 1.5.
It's my general thoughts.
You're right.
60 Roses.
Pat?
Dylan.
Great score. Nick?
That's going to play really well on video. I also enjoyed it. I do find it interesting, however. I look forward to the times when our lead is not on screen. That's when I find that's when I find myself
not
the
about
most
him.
entertained.
He's often not, though. He's elsewhere, fingering people.
Fair enough.
So-
But he's fingering people who are grabbing his hand and sticking it inside them.
I
That was
shouldn't have
too
brought
much.
that up.
You shouldn't have. But nonetheless, I'm enjoying it. These women are just so incredibly catty in a high school-esque fashion. You talked about like not liking Matt James' season. I cannot remember one woman from his season. I was trying to, and I remembered the girl, Rachel, he ended up...
Serena and Rachel Kirkconnell.
Yeah, but there wasn't any... I don't remember any of this like back... This is what I love. This is first day of class. We still have a lot of people.
Yes.
92 knots. I love this episode.
And you bring up a good point. I don't really remember anybody from Matt's season all that much. It's kind of just a forgettable season. Katie's I remember just because people were so insufferable. Blake and that guy Greg.
Donkey Kong head.
These guys sucked.
And Smelly Fingers.
And then Tasha's the same reason. I mean, it's just so sad. The one guy's got bulimia. The other guy's trying to sell organs. He had meth. Go
And
ahead.
can we get a wellness check on Ben?
Wellness check.
We also have helicopters back.
Yes.
I love helicopters on this show. Right? We might even get out of this country. I don't know. I don't
knows?
see it in the trailers.
All right. Can I get to my thoughts, please?
Yeah.
We're looking at probably the worst Bachelor in the history of this franchise.
That would be Peter Weber.
Patrick.
Great season, though. Those girls were catty.
Patrick. This man is literally blowing off children to go shoot softcore porn by pools. This man
That's true.
does not really understand what the station means. And it's incredible because of it. 91 pots. Let's get into it.
Okay.
We begin with our grand return, our grand reunion with the Bachelor Mansion. You'll remember it barely survived a battle with intense wildfires, and it looks it. Everything around it has been charred to a crisp. The house is missing paint. The landscaping looks like it was done by a crackhead. There's not a lot of natural light inside either. It's very spooky. The place looks like absolute shit.
It did. They did one of those drone shots down on it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I wouldn't want to live next to that neighbor. Their yard is in disarray.
Think how cheap it was for them, and they can couch it under, we're returning to the mansion.
Right.
At a 75% discount.
Yes. It looks like there would be like rusty wagons all over the backyard. You know, you'd look over the fence like, what the fuck is going on at that guy's house?
Why is that 76 Chevelle on block?
Yeah. All right.
Is that a car?
Yeah.
Hey, we are, by the way, just around the corner from the mansion, because I stare at the mansion from this one of my favorite places. The three of us ever get single again, I'm taking you over to this place called Malibu Cafe. From there, it's this great wine tasting place. You could look right at the Bachelor badge while you're there.
Can we go even if you don't divorce your wife?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Can you not go there because of the carnal desires you have with all the people around you? Is that what's going on?
And do you want a lozenge?
Yeah, do you got one?
No.
All right. So, nonetheless, the ladies are very excited because this is a legendary place. You know, it's provided so many meaningful cultural moments. You know,
It's got cum everywhere.
there are honestly too many to count. So, unfortunately for Clayton, he doesn't get to stay in those luxurious digs. He is staying where, Nick?
The Westlake Village Inn.
Yeah.
That is me.
The only reason I kicked you is because Pat sent reviews for the, what's it called?
The Westlake Village Inn.
Last night.
What a dump.
I am so glad you did such an explicit kick to me, because when Pat sent these, I was like, when do they go to the Westlake Village Inn?
Yeah.
But I feel like I've even read reviews about it before. They've had many dinners at the Westlake Village Inn.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, here's let's learn a little bit more about it. Here's a couple
It's
Yelp
a complimentary waffles you have to cook yourself in the morning kind of place.
reviews. Do you have a favorite of the two, or I have
Read the second one.
the second one? Tyler M. He has 165 friends on Yelp. That's too many.
It's a good amount.
That's too
He's
many.
the real deal.
He's given 8 reviews. Do they automatically possibly add your Facebook friends or something? Why would anybody
they
add these people?
It was
don't.
a thing, man. It's a community.
You got a network on Yelp.
Yeah, South Park had an amazing episode about the power that Yelp users.
No, seriously, I have a Yelp Premium friend, and they get treated better.
Yeah, they can go in just like that woman. Plug another Below Deck podcast and be like, why did you put feta by my lamb?
Yes, exactly. You get treated like Jonathan Gold if you've got enough Yelp credit. Go ahead.
That was a bad reference, but I just go off, just
Sure.
Just feels.
Yeah, just feels.
Just straight up feels.
Tyler H, he's done 8 reviews and he's posted 0 pictures.
Okay.
Pretty low effort Yelper. 2 out of 5 stars. So you know this guy's a huge prick. Because he didn't give 1 or 5, which is what we tell our audience to do when you give us Apple, iTunes ratings and reviews, and now Spotify, which now has ratings. Give us 5 stars. Tyler H says, we paid full price for the reservation, $230, only to find out that all of the restaurants and the spa services were closed due to staffing issues. They refused to give us a discount. Without those things, this place is basically an $80 a night hotel.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That guy.
Gross place.
Yeah, don't go tell that guy not to go to Disneyland in the fall. You know what I mean? You show up there, half the rides are, they're working on it.
Sorry. Yeah, that one's not, it's not up and running. We do have the teacups, though, if you want. It's only 4.5 hours to get on. Chicken tenders, if you want some. That's all the food we have, and those are $28. What a disgusting place. So anyways.
Someone else should tell Tyler H that we're in the middle of a pandemic and you tried to go to a place that is in the crux of a liberal hellhole who is trying to grab power from us. Of course you're not.
Hey, no politics.
Sorry.
So, unfortunately for him, he is staying in that shithole, but alas, we must move on. Jesse Palmer introduces himself to the girls for the first time, and he is shaking because he is nervous that he's going to cheat on his wife.
Now, this wasn't quite Nick Lachey at the opening of Love is Blind.
Right.
But he was like, I don't know how many of you remember me.
Right.
And one person had been watching since they were 4, and they're like, I vaguely remember
I
you.
think some of the girls knew exactly who he was. I think Elizabeth was, she was looking at him like she wanted to rip his throat out. She has she's an alien wasp.
She's something.
She's something.
Was she the one that says, are you married? To which he answered, yes, but not from this sham of an experiment. Definitely not. I did come in third place on my season of Dancing with the Stars, though, so I got that going for me.
Yes, he does. So the first
Was
date
it
card,
her? Answer the question. Was it her?
No, it was Cassidy.
Oh.
Of course it was Cassidy. So the first date card gets dropped. The girls are excited for this one, and so are we, because it is our first date card roll call of the season.
Oh, you want a roll call?
If you wouldn't mind.
Nikki, you want a roll call?
I definitely.
Okay, play the music this time, please. Here's a roll call. Who's going on the date card? Teddy, I hope her parents are coming because I'm pretty sure she's 14. NC, Melina, she's got braces. Don't accept fellatio from her. Clayton. Gabby, the nurse, very annoying voice. Reminds me of Jennifer Tilly. Great tits, though. Not her, Jennifer Tilly. Mara, Cara, Sarah. That's too many things that rhyme. Anyway, Sierra's the bubbly girl, according to Clayton. Genevieve, the bartender. Serene, hot for teacher, piece of ass. Cassidy wants to eat Hillary Duff's pussy.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm so glad you mentioned all those names rhyming. Right in a row, we had Kira, Mara, and Sierra.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
All right.
They did that on purpose.
100 knots, Pat.
100
Great
knots.
roll call,
100
especially
knots,
for this early in the
95
season.
pots.
Thanks.
So this is what dreams are made of. It's on the card. It's a line made famous by Lizzie McGuire. We'll get to that in 1 second. So we get to your regular old mega mansion in Beverly Hills. We're starting to see that Gabby is a bit of an MVP. She gets pretty drunk. She's a meme machine, and she has great lines like this one. I want to know what dreams are made of because I always forget mine.
She's hilarious.
She's hilarious.
I like Gabby,
I love her. Team Gabby, we are. So they head in and are not met with macaroons and champagne, the way that Cassidy was hoping, but rather screaming children, and the weird producing begins. The kids sprint past them and don't acknowledge them at all. Then Hillary Duff comes out of a puff of smoke to explain that the kids ignored them and ran past them was because they were hopped up on sugar. And then we find out that Cassidy is a massive Hillary Duff fan, which is weird because I didn't think massive Hillary Duff fans existed. I don't want to shit on Hillary Duff, but she just, I don't know, she strikes me more as like a person who you'd be like, oh, of course I know who Hillary Duff is, and less so a personal idol or hero.
You're so, I mean, it's recency bias just oozing from Dylan.
Yeah.
The woman's had 3 children. She's been out of the limelight, just
Right.
soaking up The Bachelor, probably listening to us. Hillary,
Right.
if you want to come on.
Love you, Hill.
Open invite. But she was an absolute star. Lizzie McGuire was obviously an adolescent hit. And then when she finally had her single vocalist career, I mean, let's go back to the beginning. Back when the moon falls down, melodies. I was going to sing the whole song, but that's good too. You cut right to it. This you're imbecilic. I mean, I'm enraged. I'm in a fit.
Nikki, you're probably a little too young for this, even though it's a relatively new show, but definitely you're not the demo. There's a show called Younger, in which Hillary Duff played second banana, and her best friend was a woman who's in her 40s pretending to be in her 20s, and they worked at a publishing company. It's a great show on the TV land.
And you did say that Hillary Duff was a star, right?
Yeah.
So let's just really quickly, and I mean really quickly, let's just listen to
her musical performance from a movie.
from the Lizzie McGuire movie.
I thought she was 30 when I was a kid.
Okay. Well, so this is why I'm confused about why Hillary Duff would be anybody's idol.
The oceans, no. Happiness is no
That kid.
mystery. It's here and now. It's you and me. Yeah.
Too much. We're going to get sidetracked.
Hey now. This is what dreams are made of.
Dylan, turn it off. We're going to get demonetized.
You're using this shit single from a fictional movie. Listen to Come Clean, okay?
No,
Let the rain fall
Great
down.
song, no
Wash
doubt.
my
No
dreams. It's a
doubt.
Karmic's classic.
All right, so I apologize to all the duffers out there. I think that's what they call
Hey,
them.
Dill,
right?
let me file a complaint with the producers of The Bachelor right now.
Please.
Okay.
I gotta ask him a question though.
Yeah.
No follow-up question on what Karmic's is?
No.
Oh, talking about another podcast show or other free property. Karmic's.
Okay, the producers of this show
Yeah.
and this whole date, and I think we're going to see a lot of this, right? But this is just a little sample of what's to come. Is this whole charade about Clayton being so good with children.
Love that you brought that up. So they keep pushing. Oh, go
They
ahead.
keep pushing this narrative, and the girls are going to be falling over themselves, tripping. Oh, I love kids. Oh, I love kids. Oh, I want to have kids. Hey, ladies, don't worry about it. This is coming from a scene from The Bachelorette in which they forced an edit that Clayton loved children.
So that was the scene that got him the gig. That was the scene that has somehow poisoned the punch at Bachelor headquarters.
Or that was a scene that Mickey Mouse stepped in to officiate over and create. All right, I want this fucking guy to like kids.
Right.
And we're going to build an entire season around it, God damn it.
Well, the problem with building an entire season around it is that it doesn't exist.
No.
So, I know that they think that they have this panty-dropping future dad on their hands, but Clayton's terrible with children. They cut the scene last week when he reunited with those kids who he doesn't know. He just met them that one day because it was all stiff and fucking weird.
And they're not students; they were child actors.
And they're not students; they were child actors. And then tonight, he just doesn't spend any time with them at all. He goes down and fingers Cassidy. Mm-hmm. He's not good with children at all.
They're trying to push a round hole through a square peg. This guy isn't that guy. I bet they did some analytics. Again, Mickey getting himself busy with the analytics. Yeah. You know what they need? They need a guy who could be a father. Kids.
I was thinking the same thing. Your Mickey is getting out of this world.
It's almost like Mickey's not that hard to do.
Podium, Dylan, Pat, but it's waffling. Me.
So, just so fucking weird that this it's like, it's not quite pushing out that Epstein hung himself, but it's just one of these things where it's like, what are you doing? This isn't real.
This is ridiculous.
It's a bad analog. Excuse me. So it's Maya's birthday.
I think it just goes
Who
back
the fuck is Maya?
to try.
Who the fuck is Maya?
She's the worst child actor I've ever seen.
They are there to set up her birthday party. Cassidy is on the fort building responsibilities with Gabby, who is doing her best because Gabby is an ICU nurse and a good person, likes to drink. And Cassidy is a professional recruiter and a snake. Anyways, she sets her tone pretty early. She says this isn't about being a clown. It's about approaching this journey with gusto. So she takes him to the pool, and they have a Fast Times at Ridgemont High kind of conversation before they start almost fucking each other. Let's take a little listen.
Really feel a lot of chemistry with you, and I have a feeling that if things keep kind of going this way, that I don't think I'm going anywhere. You know, at least I'm not going anywhere voluntarily. You have to drag me out. Yeah. So that's cool with you.
Man, you are, there's no shortage of confidence. I love that.
Mm-hmm. And then
you love that?
He loves that.
She's acting like a crazy person. She said she's not going to leave if she gets kicked off.
She's got to be dragged out of there. And then they start lip smacking away. I need them to turn down the volume on that. I don't like it. It's very annoying. By the way, she's also a gargoyle. I've run into a few of these ladies in my time.
I know people are going to be offended, but that's the most apt description of this person. It's the most perfect description. She is the kind of person you would see in a bar and go, I think I could do this.
Yeah. She's a gargoyle.
And I know that's fucked up, but also she's gross. So give us a break. And I don't mean physically. I mean as a person.
She doesn't like children.
All right. So
Gabby thinks so too.
She's like the stepmom in Parent Trap.
Yeah. 100%. But not like.
I'm not going to elaborate.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
Did you know that Quaid's girlfriend in that movie and the nanny?
That's who I'm talking about.
They're best friends in real life. Isn't that sweet?
That's beautiful. That sucks for the nanny that she has to go out with that woman who's so much more attractive than her all the time.
Few thoughts on this date before we move on or we get deeper into it.
Did you know Lindsay Lohan played both twins?
Did not know that.
Is this the Parent Trap?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This date was kind of lame because they stole it from season 1 of Flavor of Love. And if you want to hear us cover season 1 of Flavor of Love, in which a bunch of women that wanted the heart of a very short black man went out and had to show that they could do well with children.
Yeah.
Because Flavor has not.
We just dropped that on our Patreon. Literally just dropped it. Patreon.com/anotherpodcast.
Yeah, it's really cool because Flav is worth $112,000 and quite literally looks like a piece of shit.
We that was discussed ad nauseum.
Last thing, the date, it oozes of just overproducing. With that cavalcade of kids hopped up on gummy bears and Adderall, you could almost hear the producers yelling, "Action! Start going nuts!"
Well, so let's get to this. This scene right here is why he is the worst and the best bachelor. He's having such a good time getting engorged by the pool that he essentially misses the children coming out to see the party. His hosting duties seem to be optional. There is no go stand next to Hillary and set up the next portion of the date. He's getting hard down by the pool right now, so he can't really be here to, be the lead of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, if you clock the time he was on screen with Hillary Duff, it was maybe about 22 seconds. He went and awkwardly stood by her when they introduced her. And she was like, "Why are you coming at me so quick?"
Right.
And then at the end, they fist pound. They're like, "All right, see you later."
Yeah.
It was
so weird.
Not only that, he has no problem aligning himself, lip smacking with Cassidy, the same person that says, "I hate children and having company with them is boring." And I'm gonna see if I can get Hillary Duff's autograph right now.
Yeah. I guess we do. We'll get to her in a second. I will say that Clayton does make it up in time to almost tear his ACLs on the moon bounce and get the shit beat out of him by water balloons. And then I've got a meanwhile next.
Meanwhile,
Serene, another one who's great with kids, tells them that she doesn't get a lot of opportunities to just be a child. And the kids are really kind of weirded out by that, and they don't really know what to say. They play the game from Squid Games, Red Light, Green Light, and then we get to Cassidy, who tells the children that they discussed her and to calm down. We then meet Cassidy's idol with her. She tells Hillary that she feels really good about her and Clayton's connection. And then Cassidy goes on to make even more waves. She, like a wild card, what's up?
I don't know. I thought there was maybe going to be a second. That's why I didn't say anything. I thought there was more after that Cassidy Hillary interaction.
Yeah.
I love this because Cassidy thought she was just checking all the boxes. She's like, I'm making out with my man. I'm making friends with my idol.
She's killing it.
Hillary Duff would put a bullet in Cassidy's head
Whoa.
if she is given a revolver with a bullet.
I think that's
she did
a
not
little intense, but yeah, I get the point. I don't think she'd go out to lunch with her.
Hillary Duff loves The Bachelor. She loves Bachelor Nation. She can smell a villain when she sees one, and she's sitting there having to talk to one and make pleasantries. And then we get an OTF from Hillary, and she's like, I don't think she cares if she makes friends. Cassidy and her will never hang out again. I'll almost guarantee it.
They'll never go to
There's
lunch.
some footage on the edit room floor where Hillary was calling over producer. I was told that they weren't going to cross the line and I wouldn't have to talk to them.
Because COVID, it's not because...
She's looking me in the eye. She's looking me in the eye.
So Cassidy goes on to make more waves. She is a wild card, and she does decide that it's just time for cake. She then walks the cake over and throws it on the ground in front of the birthday girl. Pretty brutal. Now, I zaprudered this because I saw it the first time, thought nothing of it other than Cassidy needs to be 5150. She threw that cake on the ground. But then on my second viewing, and we do recommend everybody watch the show at least 2 to 3 times.
I'm glad you did this because I was wondering what happened here, but I didn't have enough time.
Well, I saw a little red-haired child, little weirdo, pop up next to her right when the cake hit the ground. I slowed things down to about 0.7. And it would seem that she did have some help getting the cake to the floor. That ginger kid did not like Maya. I think he wanted the spotlight. He starved for attention. He threw that cake on the ground with her.
Is that right?
Yep.
Was he one of those other fellow children zombies that jumped on that cake on the ground like it was a fucking carcass?
Yeah.
That was they cut away really fast, but they really wanted to show that this one little kid had been starved by Mickey for days.
Right.
To get on all fours and just get any bit of sustenance.
I love that hot take.
I love you saw
I
that.
love that hot
Oh,
take.
all these children were definitely in some sort of gulag type scenario where they couldn't eat, so that's why they ran out like
Trunchbill's closet.
like rabid raccoon.
They'll do anything at that point.
Yeah. Oh,
So
dance, monkeys, dance.
the kids leave after Cassidy ruins dessert, and Cassidy says that the best place to wash off would be by the pool.
Genius by her. I also think her dropping the cake, though the ginger may have caused it, I think she is fucked up 24/7 on this show. She is nipping, she is drunk, and she's
She's definitely drunk. I called her a gargoyle.
yeah. I missed
She's a
that.
drunk.
I
So
was,
sidestep that.
but even during when it's sunny out, she's wasted and she can't handle the cake.
Yeah, she is a little rosy. I don't know how shit-faced she is or if she's just absolutely insane, but we'll find out. We'll get a little bit more Cassidy. She'll be gone soon. though.
Hey, I was going to say, I was really wondering why Hillary Duff was on this show. Do you guys just fast forward through the commercials, or do you watch the commercials?
Oh, no, she's starring in the reboot of How I Met Your Mother called How I Met Your Father, and it's streaming exclusively on Hulu. Yeah.
And that's why she's here.
Yep.
Mickey called her and said, "You're a big fan of The Bachelor." He said, "Look here, you fucking bitch. I'm a star maker. I could take your career out of the gutter, but I need you to do something for me."
Yeah, you're losing it a little bit, but it sounded like this. I've got a bunch of kids in closets. The inside of the door has a bunch of nails sticking close to their face. They've been there for 4 days. Want to come interact with them? Okay, so moving
Also,
on.
rest in peace, Bob Saget. It's so sad
Rest
he
in
can't be
peace.
a part of How I Met Your Father.
All right, so the like I said, she says the best place to wash off is by the pool, and because he's a fucking idiot, he says, "Oh yeah, it sounds great," and essentially, what TV show? And then goes and lets her take another ride by the pool. Let's get to the night date.
But
Night date!
before we do,
Yes.
isn't it interesting that
Is this a new segment?
Oh, I like that.
I like
Isn't it interesting?
Since my 2 Black Girls, 1 Rose Facebook group comments segment got taken. Where are my moles at? Send me. I know we have moles in there, but the second part is you have to send me hilarious posts that I can then recite.
You can't just look at him and go, "Oh, Nick would find that funny."
And by the way, for the record, I don't want any part of this. I'm friends with 2 black girls, 1 couple.
We are friends with them. Their fans are fucking lunatics.
right.
Though, and I hope you're listening.
It's their fans that are jerks. They are nice.
There is no bigger supporter of 2 Black Girls, 1 Rose, the podcast, than Nick, Dylan, and
Davis.
Pat.
Oh, got it.
All
right.
3 of us. It's that Facebook group, which I don't think is a appropriate representation of their fans. We are one, your Facebook group. Tamika Phillips and some of the other rabble rousers in there. Just not a fan. But what were we saying before that? Why did I bring up 2 Black Girls, 1 Rose?
You were hoping for new content
Isn't
with
it
segments.
interesting?
They stole.
Oh, I said, isn't it interesting? I feel like they're trying to make this revert. They want the Southerners, the pious people. That's why they have Clayton, big white cornbread man.
Yeah.
But we're not seeing him shirtless. You know, this guy's got some pectorals at least. They're on a yacht. They're by the pool. I want to see this man shirtless.
Right.
Not me.
Your problem with the break in piety is that they didn't go all the way and he didn't take his shirt off while she was riding him.
Yeah. Well, essentially, I guess I'm being a hypocrite because I always complain about the smut. But I want to see what he's working with under that button up.
You'll
right
see
there.
it. And he's got a cannonball body. I don't think it's that great. It's
we're
a lot
two-
of. It's
2
very
episodes
big.
in, Nikki. Be
All right,
patient.
so we got to get to the night date.
Night date.
First 5 minutes of Nick Viall season was him showering in slow motion. Okay?
Understood.
But before we get to the night date, guys, let's take a break to talk about HelloFresh. It is just an unbelievable company. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. The new year is a great time to focus on what's most important to you, whether it's saving money by ordering less takeout. God, the takeout racks up. It's so expensive. Learning to cook or prioritizing your wellness, HelloFresh is here to help with endless options to make cooking at home simple and enjoyable. HelloFresh offers the flexibility you need to easily customize your order online or in the app Easily change your everyday delivery, food preferences, and plan size, or skip a week whenever you need to. How's your relationship with cooking been going, Pat? Because I know you're saving money not going out.
Well, we're going back to this because we did it for 2 weeks in our relationship. My wife and I, we were bonding again. Everything was going great in the house. And then this Sunday,
yeah,
because we didn't have this to cook, which it's fun to do with your partner, right? But instead, we didn't get our shipment. So the wife dispatched me on a Sunday night at 7:30.
But it was our fault. It wasn't HelloFresh.
Oh, no, it's not HelloFresh.
No. They don't have any pipeline problems. A lot of companies have pipeline problems. HelloFresh will get you every time all your meals straight to your door.
No. I had to go to the Paquito Mas in Sherman Oaks because apparently the one in Studio City that's 5 minutes away doesn't make the shrimp tacos the way that the wife likes it. So I'll just drive an extra 20 minutes down the 101 freeway.
Yeah.
With a few pops in me.
Yeah.
We all know how dangerous that is.
So keep your marriage intact and fresh by going to HelloFresh.com/Bachelor16. Use promo code Bachelor16 to get up to free 16 free meals and
Dylan, can we change the
free
promo
gifts.
code to the Gall? Change the promo code to the Gall. Talk to Tom, our guy.
It's too late though, because we already had like episodes and stuff. It's promo code Clayton, and I do want anybody who tried promo code Clayton last week to retry promo code Clayton. It wasn't input into the system yet, so if you try to use promo code Clayton, oh wait, this is Magic Mind. I'm sorry.
Hey, one last note on this. I want you guys to sign up for this, and then I want you to take a picture of it, and I will record a video of me showing your screenshots to my wife saying, look at these people that are human beings that are buying this stuff instead of sending their husband out on a Sunday night to go pick up food.
Yeah, and listen, we've done Green Chef, we've done HelloFresh. These companies are both lovely. And if you want to pick, either one, just pick HelloFresh, pick Green Chef. You'll get a wider array of meal plans to choose from. There's something for everyone. I love switching between the brands. I just absolutely love it. So, guys, remember, HelloFresh.com/Bachelor16 and use promo code Bachelor16 for up to free. Why can't I say that word?
The Magic Mind you didn't take today.
For up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
Pat, did you have to go during that incredible Chargers-Raiders game?
Yeah, I did.
God, that game was incredible. You guys watched that?
Well, yeah, my wife's whole family are Raiders fans. It was a nail biter. I walked in the living room and I went up to Cece's brother and I said, "Hey, you ready for the big loss, buddy?" I don't know. Who cares about the Raiders? I don't like the Raiders.
Funny line.
Yeah.
But no, the intrigue on like the strategy. What do you do? Do you go for the win? Do you not? I love that. Was one of my favorite sports regular season viewing experiences that don't have to involve my teams. It's very specific sect, but I love that Sunday night.
Play to win. You don't play to tie. Except you do in the English Premier League. So
unless you have to go to Kansas City, it made sense to me. But if it was Chargers, I bet they'd take that knee.
All right, so let's get to the night date at Big Daddy's Antiques. He speaks to Serene first. She says that she didn't realize how big of a bummer teaching was when she got into it, but she likes it now. That's when they say there's one thing we haven't done, and obviously he jams his fucking throat. What? Tongue down her throat. God damn it. We then get to the bully beatdown. Cassidy is surrounded by angry women and is really doing quite a lovely job fending them off, I should say. She's kind of like Leonidas if Leonidas was a catty bitch who didn't listen to people. The one person she is no match for, though, is Mara.
Leonidas.
No. What?
He's the guy who fought, what's his face? Who'd you say?
The one who... I said Leonidas.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah,
Xerxes.
I know. Right, there you go.
Fuck.
Thank you for interrupting. So the one person she is no match for, though, is Mara, the Italian lady. You're going to get killed. What are you, from Carlsbad, Cassidy? She's from Jersey. A little bit tougher. So this is the Gabby meme factory moment. They just zoom into her face, and she's disgusted by Cassidy numerous times. Somebody clip it. Then we get to Teddy.
Teddy.
He speaks to her like she's a draft pick. He says he has high hopes for her, and she tells him that she's going to need a lot of validation from him. Usually a bit of a red flag, but I like that she's upfront about it. It's one of her love languages.
Well, and the conversation starts off with she goes to Clayton, and she says, "Does Clayton still like me?" And then this is his answer. Mm-hmm.
outside or like, you know, my overthinking like affect like something that could be so good with us.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I'm just gonna need like a lot of validation from you.
Well, I will give you all the validation if that's what you...
Hey, stop it. You see what's going on here? This is vocal fry on vocal fry crime. It's infectious.
Oh, I thought you were going to say one of them's a water ghost.
I thought
that.
you were going to talk about these are the two dumbest people that have ever had a conversation together.
Isn't it shocking?
Him especially. She's actually somewhat manipulative. Validate me.
Right. God, man, that smile with that underbite and all the dumb things he says and how he spends time just like hooking up with girls and not talking to anybody. I mean, he's the worst.
Well, she's 14.
Right. So,
When you are watching this, because you really have an eye for, like, I skim past these. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, wow.
yeah.
But then I hear it and you play it for me. I'm like, that was dumb. When you hear these as you're taking notes for this show,
Yeah.
can you time code me? I got to mash it up. It'll go viral as shit on a reel.
yeah. The dumbest moments per episode. Yeah, I'll do that. All right. So,
It could be all Clayton and Teddy.
he and Genevieve decorate a cake next. And I did want to just, I know that we're a little video heavy tonight, but yikes. I did want to just show you guys a picture of the cake. Go to YouTube to take a look at this. And I know that not everybody's an artist, and it takes a while to kind of learn how to use the tool that is a frosting dispenser. It's not necessarily a pen, you know, you're a little bit removed from the canvas, but still this is the Fertile Crescent kind of cave painting shit. I mean, this is crazy that adults are this bad at decorating a cake. Moving on.
It's extremely deep cut. About on Nicktoons, they used to have these shapes that would just like move around. They look like crayon shapes colored in, and then they would form, and it would say the Nicktoons. Again, if you know that reference, hit me up. Let me know.
Okay, so we move
It's
on
apt.
to a who's looking at who kind of moment.
Whom?
That's it. Mara says whom's looking at whom. Cassidy leaves the bad vibes of the women and goes to hook up with Clayton a little bit more. He's of course super into it, and I'm thinking, I don't know how any of the girls are still into this guy given the kind of day that they had. And then we get to the rose. You mentioned the gall,
The gall.
the audacity, the great producing. He gives Cassidy the rose in front of all of the other women.
Ladies, run.
Run! I said Susie in the first episode, knowing not that much about her, thought she was a little bit of a kook. I said jokingly, Clayton, run. Not only do I not think that that he should be running from Susie, I think Susie's wonderful. Getting ahead of myself. This man should take whatever he can get. These women should all leave this house immediately. I genuinely don't know if there is anyone outside of Cassidy who is bad enough to be with Clayton.
Jill seems pretty good.
No, Jill's great.
He deserves Jill.
No, Jill is awesome. She's a bookworm. She left her cat to be here. I love Jill. Jill's amazing.
I got ahead of myself with Jill. I knew you were going to have something to say about her missing her cat.
She's a historical architect. She's wonderful. Architectural historian.
Yeah, it's a little bit...
Why are you here?
The opera singer on Juan Pablo season.
Yes.
That we...
Can't remember. So she kisses him on the shoulder as he's saying goodbye to everybody. It's absolutely insane. So she tells the producers and America that the rose smells like victory, and we do have.
She loves the smell of tampons in the morning.
Sorry,
Smells like
where
victory.
did that come from?
Sorry.
Napalm.
I love when the producers... If they...
I love the smell of tampons in the morning. What, fresh ones? You use one? What are you talking about, Duval? Duval, you're getting the line wrong.
Robert, you're a pervert. All right?
This is a Vietnam movie.
You want to see the footage of Heart of Darkness, the documentary about that? He didn't learn any of his lines, and there is a scene where Kubrick's yelling at him, you didn't even learn your lines.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It wasn't Kubrick. So, we have to move on because we do at this point have our villain.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. It was Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
We have our villain, and now we have our Iago. The next day, Shanae and Cassidy sit down for a very kind of how do we kill Aladdin kind of conversation. And Cassidy reminds us that you don't need a binder to know how to play this game. Cassidy has a strategy, the likes of which we haven't seen in a while. The dude with the binder on Michelle's season was so pathetic. It was almost like kind of planty. Cassidy is really insidious. She's here to play this game. She speaks about the show like she's an apex competitor, which is one of the dumbest archetypes of this show. You know, the contestant who thinks they've got it all figured out. The only dumber is the sidekick. And that's Shanae.
I first of all, I love the term apex competitor.
Right.
That has a beautiful ring to it.
Yeah.
But she's actually genius because you mentioned how she mastered this game, and how you master this game is realizing there are no rules.
Right.
She doesn't have to build a
Wait,
house.
did you say she's a genius?
No, I don't think
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna.
I said she's mastered this game.
Oh, okay. Well,
Some people are good at I feel like I've mastered Go Fish. That's no genius proficiency at all.
right. Okay, got
You just
it.
ask for if you got one,
Right.
then you're like, do you have a 2?
Right.
Or, I mean, if you have a 2, 1, 2, you know what I meant. It was almost there. Mm-hmm. But no, she's mastered the game just by understanding there are no rules. I don't have to build this house. I'm going to make out with Clayton.
Right.
I don't have to get yelled at by you guys. I'm going to go make out with Clayton.
Right.
She's not confined by the
maybe
the
I
constructs.
did. She's a genius. Yes.
All right. So enough about her and enough about her sidekick. It is Susie's day. She hits
Hannah
this-
Brown 2.0. Call her
100%.
HB 2.0.
Or Miley. She kind of looks like Miley a
A
little,
little bit.
And there is
Miley.
there is no argument. Shanae is not the monkey from Aladdin. Apu?
No, she is Iago.
Iago. We went back and forth
Yeah.
on the sidekicks. No, we are in agreement. She is Iago.
No, she's Jafar's sidekick, Iago. It is Susie's day. They get into a private helicopter. They see the 101. They see Calabasas. They see the hill where Kobe Bryant died. It's a beautiful date. The conversation really does not flow very well between these two, and I brought a clip to just highlight that.
Before we, is this going to be in the helicopter talking on those things?
Yeah.
Before we play that, I was going to say it brought back a wonderful memory of when Juan Pablo, that whatever the hell he is, he told
He's
Claire,
a bigot.
Argentinian.
He told Claire makes my skin crawly in the helicopter. I love when you suck my dick. Okay. That was another great time.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to hear it.
Yeah, it was great because he had a soft baby voice too that was really disconcerting.
okay.
Suck my teeth.
You suck a mean dick.
Okay. All right, Hulu, I fucking hate you.
She was disgusted. Claire makes my skin crawly when he said that. Yet she was on the altar the very next day, ready to get engaged.
Broken up with, yeah.
I feel like you should come to the mansion, hook dinner.
Okay, like, to me, that is a very, like, intimate, like, fun moment
Yeah,
in a
totally.
relationship. Like, if you cook together, have a little glass of wine, you know, and then just, like, you can turn on some music,
Yeah.
like, do a little dancing.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely a big dancer. Not a good one, but like a big one.
But it's like, I don't care what anyone's thinking. I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah, totally. That's me. How about you?
She is doing her best.
Oh, dude, these poor fucking women having to sit in small confined areas with this fucking Quasimodo for as long as they have to. Oh my God, I feel so bad for them.
He has an inability to directly answer or respond to the statement that was made prior.
Yeah.
I have a lot of confidence in
Dude,
you.
it's like Dudley in there's a scene in
Dudley Moore?
in the
Author?
Royal, no, in the
That was on purpose.
in the Royal
It had to be.
in the Royal Tenenbaums, Bill Murray is studying this kid with this strange mental disorder, and he's like, "That's fascinating." Sorry.
Can I break down the game film?
She says you should come and cook
said-
sometimes. He says that's a great intimate moment, and then they start talking about dancing.
Drink a little wine, do a little dancing. No, she's like, No, would you come to the mansion
Yeah.
and cook dinner? That could be fun. And he could say the proper answer. If the producers let me, that could be. What would
Something
you? What
like
should
that.
I cook?
What should I cook?
A little wine, a little dancing.
It would be tough to cook for that many people. Don't just immediately transition into a hypothetical where it's just you two in an apartment cooking dinner. I mean, the man is just not ready for prime time. He is not an apex competitor.
Or is he?
You know that cartoon with the anteater aardvark? What's that called?
Winnie the Pooh?
No.
Author?
DW is his sister.
You know the meme?
No.
The clenched fist?
What are
All
other
right.
Arthurs?
Don't worry about it. So, they land on a yacht.
Fucking yacht,
And
dude.
as they land, well, it's a little yacht. As they land on the yacht, she's getting a little bit scared. It's a kind of a bouncy landing. And he can feel it. And so he holds her hand and he says, "How much do you trust me?" Well, what? Trust you? What do you mean?
You're not flying the helicopter.
We'll just go down in a ball of flames together. You have no control over this vehicle at all. What do you mean? I don't trust you at all, but I don't think it matters.
You didn't even plan the date. Mickey Mouse did.
So,
I trust Mickey though, and this was one of the dopest parts of any one-on-one date. Landing on a yacht. They have
Dr.
not.
Evil moment.
They have not done that.
Mickey Mouse knew he had to pony up a budget this season.
Yeah.
It's either this or they were going to be on Wednesday nights on the TBS
On
network
USA,
or something.
yeah. So I said,
Disney Plus.
like I already talked about this, but Susie's great. I really do think she's very fun and very commendable that she's gotten through this entire date talking to this guy. I mean, it's absolutely crazy.
She's beautiful. You can't pick the Bachelorette this early because the weird space between. But man, I think she'd be great. I love Susie.
Yeah, I think it's Susie or Serene, maybe Elizabeth if they want to go the Fox News route. We'll have some strong contenders. We have to get to the night date.
Night date!
So happy to have a date at the Hudson Loft because it's a change of scenery from Big Daddy's Antiques. So we sit down for the obligatory pain, and we find out that Susie almost lost her father to what I can only assume is COVID.
No. His organs almost shit the bed.
Yeah, well,
But then he found out he was having a grandson, so then he found a new lease on life. He survived it.
yeah, no, I think that the frontline doctors were out, so he had a really tough time with it. Sounds like sepsis or something like that. But he's fine now. He's back to a pack a day, and he can hold his grandson.
Now, go ahead.
Just Susie. Just 2 out of 10. I'm not impressed.
Right.
I have no tears welling up.
Not at all.
Oh, your father's still with you?
Right.
You still have both your
Why
parents
bring it up?
married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still alive?
So he can't smell that great? Is that the problem?
And I'm trying to be funny, but I actually cried when she said the mom was sitting there every night. I literally, I don't know. I broke down. I feel like there's other stuff going on in my life. But I cried when she said the
Yeah,
mom.
no,
Well,
it's definitely other stuff.
I cried for
going on in your life.
not for that reason. It was just a waste of all our time. Because baby girl, you don't need to do this. Not now, probably never. This meathead has already made up his mind. You will get a hometown.
Dylan, can I get a ranking of misogyny from Sweetie and Baby Girl?
I think Sweetie is about. Well, it depends. Are we on a scale of blatant misogyny or moving on? So,
Last week when you admonished her for saying Sweetie, she was being a sweetie. Like she was kind of being a little. She was just being sweet. You called her Baby Girl.
who plays the song 5 Feet from Them?
Amanda
Jordan.
She has a beautiful
whatever
voice.
it is, it sucks. Hey, Mickey, let's be subversive. Let's hire Metallica, right? Have them walk in the dining hall and have Metallica play a set.
Look at him not being able to hear what he's saying.
Am I yelling?
No, you.
I'm a professional, Nick.
Pat's headphones came out. So we have got to move on to a date card getting dropped, which means a roll call. But before we do, let's take a break and talk a little bit of Magic Mind. If you're going to be a podcaster, it's about to rattle off a series of quick names and kind of physical descriptors that could be jabs.
If you're getting a claw, get me one, Nicky.
You're going to need... Can we not talk about an alcoholic beverage in the middle of the goddamn read for Magic Mind, please? My God.
Pat drove drunk during our green show.
Don't take Adderall. Don't take super strong cold brew coffee. If you like it, that's fine. But it's not helping your productivity the way that Magic Mind will. Guys, you know it well. It's the anti-procrastination elixir, changa mushrooms, echinacea, matcha, all the good stuff. Coffee just kind of tricks your brain into thinking that you're not tired. Magic Mind super fuels it to give you a zen hum throughout your entire day. Go to magicmind.com. magicmind.co. Enter in promo code Clayton to get 25% off. Guys, this is our first sponsor ever. We really want to do good by them. Help us out. Go to magicmind.co. Promo code Clayton.
Take a screenshot of you buying it, and I'll mention your name on the show and tell you how great you are.
Drop it in the Facebook group. So
yeah, drop it in the Facebook group.
moving on, date card gets dropped for the second group date. Pat, gonna need a roll call.
I'm going to need another cloth. Nick, you got that over there for me?
Pat,
Thanks, pal.
please be a professional. Nice catch.
Oh, you want a roll call?
Need a fucking roll call.
Here's a roll call for the second date, and you bastards better put the music in 2022. Here's who's going on the date, the white blonde date, except for Marlena, not a blonde. She's an Olympian. Elizabeth, blonde. Kate, blonde. Sarah, not sure what she is. Lindsay, blonde. Blonde Tia, whoever that one was. Remember Tia? Rachel, blonde. Tessa, only non-blonde except for the Olympian. Shanae, despite the name, basically a white blonde.
Okay, a lot of blondes,
Oh, and Jill not picked cries. Her face is too skinny.
Okay, Pat. So like we said,
if she wasn't so skinny and had good hair, I'd think she was a homeless person on crack.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 77 knots. 77.
He interrupted me.
83 knots. 6 added because he was interrupted.
60 pots.
And also, I very quickly want to go back to that Magic Mind read. Last week, we gave you last week, Clayton was not activated as the promo code. So if you try to buy Magic Mind with the promo code Clayton, do it again this week, okay? Even if you bought it and you didn't get a discount, do it again.
You'll thank us.
We got to get it tracked.
You want to stockpile this stuff.
First episode is going to be the biggest conversion, and just use promo code Clayton again. I promise it works this time.
All right, so like I said, I love Jill. She's having a tough time. She left her cat for this. None of the date card. It's very, very tough. So, date 8, Shanae sprints 100 meters to a leg wraparound.
Full leg wraparound.
And we enter the barn to see legend.
Cassidy told her to do it.
We enter the barn to see legend and icon Ziwe.
Comic legend.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Whom I'm not familiar with.
I've talked a lot of shit recently about the budget, the pandemic budget of The Bachelor, but the star power in this episode, Ziwe, Amanda Jordan.
Thank you.
Hillary Duff.
Yeah.
It was so quick. I heard it, but it was in the...
Yeah.
Ziwe, Amanda Jordan, Hillary Duff.
How would you rank them in order of, I don't know.
Well, Ziwe's an icon and a legend, so definitely at the top.
Yeah.
And then she's tied on the podium number 1 with Hillary and Amanda Jordan in no specific order from right to left.
Hey, Mickey Mouse, I know what you're doing here. Zima's most famous for her podcast, Hysteria. So you had Heather McDonald on also last season. Her podcast pretty popular. Our podcast is also popular. Break it up a little bit. How about having 3 white guys come on and, host a segment or a date or something?
Yeah,
like
we'll
that.
pull a couple ladies away from Clayton. I mean, I've gained a lot of weight, but I'm not stupid. You know what I mean?
And quick errors and omissions. It was actually Ziwe that is popular for her podcast that you said.
Yeah. Hysteria.
Not Zima. That's a malt beverage. Malt liquor beverage. And another error that I made last week, when I was explaining to you the best football players in Bachelor history, I said Clayton had 1,300 yards, and I was like, oh, not Clayton the Bachelor, Clayton, the guy who sounds like Kermit. His name is Clay.
Oh.
I think it's safe to assume it's short for Clayton, but Clay Harbor is who I was referring to.
Yeah, and remember, Clay Harbor is a douchebag.
And I was getting hit up a lot about that.
All right, so the game is going to be red flags / never have I ever. Red flags turns out to just be never have I ever, but you just wave a red flag after every question. Clayton says that Ziwe is perfect for this date because she is known for asking the uncomfortable question.
That's what she does on her podcast.
Hysteria.
So we begin with never have I ever. First question, have you ever sent a nude? A lot of them have.
Should we play, guys?
Sure. Have you ever sent a nude?
How do we do it audibly?
I've never sent a nude.
You've never sent your wife?
Never
Me
sent
neither.
a nude.
Yeah, me neither.
I met my
guys.
wife before technology allowed us to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and same
But
deal.
but do you ever ask for pictures of your wife if you've been away for a while?
She wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it.
Too afraid I'd share the pictures with friends.
You would be turned on by a naked picture of your wife.
Are we like?
So you haven't.
Right,
Okay,
exactly.
never.
So next question was, have you ever faked an orgasm?
Oh hell yeah! I want to go to bed.
I have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Girls don't know that though.
Oh my God, that's so convincing.
Girls don't know that though. They don't.
No, they know you faked it. They're like, "Did you have an yeah?"
All right, so moving on. The last question was, have you ever cheated on someone?
Even if you have, never a cop to this one.
A lot of the paddles have did fly up. Oh, I've never cheated. I'm not trying to be coy.
I would have like whipped up my paddle to like, I have it, and like accidentally thrown it behind me like 30 feet, and then like we'd be on to the next question.
Are there
before I-
fucking ghosts in here? Elizabeth selling Sunset Meets Fox News, like I said, is killing it, and we get to the question that everyone. The question: has anyone ever judged you in the house? This is when we meet Shanae. This is a very bizarre, very, very bizarre sequence. She says that she has been judged by the other girls and that it's good because now Shanae can't come out. And then she begins to nay. Mm-hmm. I mean, the girl's out of her mind.
Oh, completely.
There was a 12-minute stretch, including this, where she said Shanae 45 times. It was...
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I made that name up.
No, she said it.
Oh.
Her name is Shanae.
Yeah, I know.
But Shanae is when she's fucking badass. That's her Hulk. That's her Jekyll.
Next up is the red flag gauntlet. They first slide into DMs. Then there is this really weird Freudian kind of sexual milk chug wet t-shirt contest thing.
That's called Thirst Trap.
Thirst trap. And then we get to breadcrumbing, which is something that I've never heard of. What is breadcrumbing?
I didn't even know the term of it, but I do it. You know, you're single. And
Is it flirt? Is it digital flirting? Or is it casting a big net?
I feel like that's more apt description of it. You're basically just kind of texting someone you used to bang a while ago, just kind of seeing what you're up to, but you're not
a piece of candy.
You're not like ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy.
Breadcrumbing.
You're not trying to be like, hey, you up? You're just kind of, hey, how you been?
Right.
I used to get annoyed at girls that I didn't know it was called breadcrumbing, but that's what they would do. Girls, they have make no effort because they have the vagina and have all the power. I used to get girls text me at night. They just go, hi.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That's the move.
What do we do with that?
Right.
A comedian named Theo Vaughn, he actually changed the you up to text. Because that hi is shorter than you up. That's even better. But even better than that is just pressing space bar one time and sending that booty bubble.
Right, the booty bubble.
At 2 a.m.
I didn't have that in my time.
That's so funny. You know, Mark Norman's special just came out on Netflix. Very funny if you want to go check it out. But he says that vaginas are like universities. For women, it's you have to what's your GPA? Do you have extracurriculars? All these things, and you're like, how'd that guy get in there? Well, he's got a lot of money. You only got in because your dad got in. Anyways, it's a very funny joke.
The greatest joke writer, literally, of our generation. It's crazy.
Anyways,
the man.
So Shanae, in the heat of this competition, throws Elizabeth to the ground like a fucking linebacker. And
From behind.
Hoists her up by her breast and slams her onto the ground. And Sarah wins the entire competition. Night date, let's get to it.
Night date!
Second shoot at Big Daddy's Antiques. We get some really fun new music for this season. And I was actually really feeling it. And I know we've been going long, but I do want Nick to kind of groove to this because I know that Nick will groove to this pretty fucking hard, actually.
And I didn't groove to it on 2 times speed. It fucks up all music. That is the one drawback.
Yeah, 100%.
Winning the Red Flags obstacle course is 100% the happiest I've been so far.
I mean, wow.
It says fun.
How hopeful is that?
All right.
music?
We've mentioned Selling Sunset a few times because let's just call Liz Selling Sunset.
Right.
Yes.
They do that. Those reality shows, they make everybody happier because they have better music beds than The Bachelor.
Below Deck, our other property, does this. Every time we see the yacht, we are fucking moving and grooving with some Caribbean music.
I want to be on a yacht. And also that show, Fuck Hotel or whatever that was.
They just
Fuck Hotel Island.
they have like the UK must have a licensing thing with music because they have like songs.
By the way, the music doesn't stop on a show like Fuck Hotel or Temptation, a Slut Hotel or whatever. They just
Temptation, Fuck Hotel Island.
right. They just keep playing a music bed to keep moving it along. I don't know why I'm having a good time, but
Yeah.
I am.
I
Hey, cut that line out where I called someone a slut.
That was, I did not pick up on that, and that is a different direction.
Oh, my
this
God,
is a
yeah.
younger.
Oh, I felt it, Nikki. When this happened, I was like, oh, they're doing something different here.
Winning the red flag.
Oh, it's so good.
Is this a Sean Paul song?
All right, so Shanae wants to take him first, but she loses out to Selling Sunset. She and Clayton sit down, obviously make out, and talk about how they both rap. Wow.
I love how her.
Can you get whiter?
This is you asking a question, hoping someone else asks you the question back. She goes, "Never, ever been a rapper," and he goes, "No, I haven't been a rapper. I'm a big white cornbread football player." And she's like, "I rapped once."
All right. So he talks to a couple other people. I'm going to run through them really quickly. You guys stop me if you need to. Marlena, Olympic athlete. What are you doing here? He's going to fuck up your jeans. The pilot who was upset that she didn't get to go in the skies. He forgot that you were a pilot. That's why he picked the other one. Then we get to Shanae with a very Iago moment. She turns into a rat.
She took some classes, Cassidy's classes on how to be the most hated girl in the house.
Hashtag Cassidy's classes. She attacks Elizabeth, who, yeah, she looks like a fracking lobbyist, but Elizabeth has done nothing wrong at all. Shanae,
to be fair, Shanae looks like a fracking lobbyist.
kind of, but Elizabeth really looks like a fracking lobbyist.
Can I tell you why I like Selling Sunset?
Yeah.
When
The actual show or her?
Her.
Oh, okay. Because I
you just-
sat down the other night and I fell into a 2-hour rabbit hole, and Cece was making fun of me, but I was like, you love the show. I now love the show. Selling Sunset is marvelous.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Sorry.
I had about a 3-month stretch where I watched 22 hours a week of House Hunters, and that's how easy you can follow in those shows. Because
Different kind of a show. Different kind of show.
So I would not enjoy Selling Sunset, or I would enjoy Selling
You
Sunset.
would, but it's more about
You gotta
the
watch it with
women.
your wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's about the...
No, it's not about real estate. It's about the women.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a hot woman showing the house. Okay.
No.
I liked Liz / Selling Sunset, which is her name.
Sorry.
Because when she got pushed in the mud, we forgot about that.
No,
She didn't make. I know. I'm saying she didn't make a stink about it.
Right.
If I was a lesser person, she would have gone crying to Clayton. She threw me in the mud. She would have complained to producers. She's a tough chick. She said, "Fuck it." It comes up later.
So was that... Because that was either a savvy move or beautiful happenstance. Because when she brought it up later, like, she had this smoking gun where she it's like this then that. Like, Shanae told on her, so she told her.
Well, yeah, so she gets dragged into the muck a little bit.
Right.
She tells Clayton that Shanae pushed her. You know, I'm like, Elizabeth, just leave it alone. Don't get dragged into this. Just brush her off your shoulder. But Shanae is, she's a word you can't say anymore. She literally confesses that she did this because Elizabeth was having a good night. And I don't think that she realizes that she's painting her hands red, but I don't think that she cares. We do sit down with the two of them, Shanae and Selling Sunset, and what a great debate it was. Shanae saying that she kind of just made this up because Elizabeth was winning, doubles down and begins crying over Elizabeth not making great eye
contact with her by the pool.
Yeah, during a previous conversation. And Elizabeth apologizes and says it's because she has ADHD. You cannot make this stuff up. Now,
She can only handle so many auditory channels coming into her. That's a transcript.
yeah.
She is a batshit. She is going to be on Fox News. You're right.
Yeah.
Or Selling Sunset.
Sarah and Elizabeth, Shanae and Elizabeth continue to duke it out in public or in front of the other women. Her ADD is ousted to the other women. And if you guys are cool with it, we end the evening. And we get to the rose ceremony. But before we do.
Oh, no.
We have another ad.
Yeah, we have Helix. Let's take a quick break, though, to talk about Helix Sleep. Guys, Helix Sleep is an incredible company. We perks of the podcast biz, but we got some incredible mattresses. And when I say incredible, I'm not just saying it because they're sponsors of the show. Cecilia and I, my lovely wife, got a twin bed from them. We took the quiz, got the perfect fit for us, and we turned the twin into a day bed. Because we unfortunately recently purchased a brand new mattress, which I wish we would have just swapped our mattress out altogether. Who cares that we recently bought it? We bought it from, point being, everybody sits on this day bed. They go, what is this magical substance I am sitting on? Now, everybody knows mattress stores are...
Do you tell them it's Helix?
Yeah, I say, oh, that's Helix mattress. They go, can I go to the website? I say, not yet. Let me get you the promo code. Now the promo code is here, guys. But back to the point, these mattress stores, they're all money laundering operations. Do not go to them, okay? Do not help illegal business. Help legal, beautiful business by going to helixsleep.com/bachelor. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you with a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. Literally the best sleep of your life. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/bachelor. The pillows are no joke. The pillars are no joke. Pillars?
I don't like to get into my wife and I's sex life, as you know. Very private life. My wife doesn't like me to talk about it. I'll say
pry and pry and pry. I want to hear what's going on in the bedroom. Your wife is hot.
Since we got this new mattress, we've been going at it like bunny rabbits, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I got an idea. I got a call to action for anybody in the market for a new mattress, because it's pretty easy with this Helix thing. You just order it online. It shows up. It's like the size of a box that you could fit some cookies in, and you put it on the box spring. It grows over a couple hours, and before you know it, you got a brand new mattress. This is what you do. If you're a couple and you love us, you get a little video over there, not naked or anything like that, but you as a couple, how much you love the Helix mattress, and we'll play you guys saying how much you love it on the show. So get over there. Is there a promo code or something like that they need?
Yeah,
Once again, you should be clothed. I'm not even going to say you can be. For us to play it on our show, you have to be clothed, but I love this idea, Pat.
Right. Get that mattress, the couple, the two of you together, say how much you love it, and we'll play it on the show.
helix.com/bachelor. My favorite thing about this specific call to action is that it's very easy to pull off.
Also, if you're like, oh,
Not a lot of lifting.
Also, if you're like, oh, I'm single, can I participate in this promo? I don't have a partner.
You're alone.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Right.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, I agree. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Find someone.
Right.
Get someone on, what's that, one of those sites where you just hook up with someone. That'd be pretty fun.
All right, so we got to get
They
to
don't
the rose.
exist.
The rose ceremony is here.
For
the girls,
heterosexuals.
the girls are all hoping that there is no more drama, but it wouldn't be The Bachelor if there wasn't. Eliza sits down with Clayton and scrapbooks.
Has
he loves
Mara
it.
cried because it reminds her of college yet? Are we past that?
I don't know that I wrote that down. So the drama is actually when Shanae pulls Elizabeth again. Shanae takes the courageous position of making fun of Elizabeth for having ADHD, and then goes a bit further by accusing her of not having it at all, which I will say...
They have an ADHD off. I have it. No, I have it more.
Thank you for bringing this up, because I will say that Shanae and Shanae, they strike me as more ADHD than Elizabeth. Elizabeth is a killer. She probably is making it up. She's probably taking a good amount of Adderall, but that doesn't mean that you have ADHD.
No, I was just about to say she has diagnosed ADHD and she's being prescribed the right amount of stimulants to make her fight through that and become the next Tommy Lahren.
Yeah.
Whereas Shanae has yet to get diagnosed
100%.
with ADHD, but she also has it. Shanae
randomly draws on white walls with crayons. If she always has one. If she sees a white wall, something's going up.
And this is not a sponsor. Even in fact, I'm gonna say 2 companies that do this service. But you know how like 10 years ago, before weed was legal in California, and you could go to a feel good doctor and pay $30 to get a weed prescription. Now online, and especially because of the pandemic, there are places that you pay $179 and you get diagnosed with ADHD.
Okay.
And then you get Adderall delivered to your place. I'm not actually going to
They
shout them
deliver
out.
it.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to go anywhere.
Get them as a sponsor.
There's a 5-thing questionnaire, and they're like, you are accepted to pay $20 of the $179. You do have to do an online Zoom.
Can we move on, please?
Yeah. I want to go to bed.
It's a crazy...
Nick, send me that ad.
So I noticed a thing with Genevieve. She does not complete sentences. I feel like she's always...
She doesn't have to. She's a bartender.
My point was I also have ADHD
Yes.
in the ADHD off.
Obviously that was the point. I feel like Genevieve is always in the right, and I just want her to finish her sentences. She does this thing where she's like, the cake, I made it. What? And she goes, you don't just people's mental health? She just doesn't complete her sentences. So the drama is still chugging along, and of course, it's surrounding bad girl Cassidy. Sierra was told that Cassidy had a fuck buddy at home by Cassidy. She said, I have this cuck who wants to watch me straddle this corn stalk when I get home. And she goes over to Clayton and tells him, Sierra does, because she, quote, cares about him. She spills all the things, and this sends Clayton into a fucking spiral. And we're going to figure out what happens in 2 weeks.
What a cliffhanger. Dylan, bad hosting.
He was really championing.
All right, hold on. You bad hosting.
I don't think it was bad hosting. He was trying to wrap it up. We're probably at hour 13, but there's a couple things we should touch on.
Yeah.
He goes to Jesse Palmer.
Yeah.
And he says, has the Bachelor ever taken back a rose before?
Yeah.
That's never been done before.
That was bad hosting.
That's bad hosting.
That's how we ended. That was a huge cliffhanger.
Big time.
Because I feel like Clayton
isn't going to do it.
No.
I don't know. They have me on my toes because she's in the he's not going to do it.
Well, thank God it's all inconsequential horse shit, right?
But I had a point.
At least it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nothing matters.
It's true. It's true. But no, so Elizabeth and Shanae were talking earlier, and everybody got mad at Shanae for shouting to the group that Elizabeth had ADHD.
Yeah.
When I think there's this huge movement to normalize mental health.
Right.
Which I have a problem with the term in itself. Everybody's normalized mental health. We all want to be mentally healthy. We're normalizing mental illness.
Right.
But in these terms, no one is normalizing it more than Shanae by shouting out that this person has the same affliction I do, ADHD.
In summation, Shanae, hero of the episode, hero of the week. And we'll find out what happens with her and her journey and her best friend's journey in a fortnight. We'll take next week off. We'll see you guys after the break. I don't know why? They're not doing it.
Martin Luther King.
You guys discussed it. I didn't even know this.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
We didn't discuss it. It's 2 weeks, so we're going to...
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys not think that ML, he had a dream, and it would that they don't take off Monday?
Yeah.
Just because of me.
No, that's what that Hillary Duff song was about. Martin Luther King Jr. and all his work. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Jump in the iTunes ratings and reviews. Leave 5 stars and kind words. Join us on Patreon. Check out all of our sponsors, Magic Mind, Helix, and Hello Fresh. Guys, we'll see you
Bigger call to action, Dylan. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go for it.
Share it, this show, with a friend, because we're back.
We are back.
We are back.
We are back, baby.
Share it. It's okay.
And we got about 4 weeks until this whole thing takes a screeching halt.
But it's going to be fun until then. I'm Dylan. Say goodnight. Nick, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Pat, say goodbye.
Bye.